If there is something that we know for sure about the future is that it will be different. And really, we cannot really predict what's going to happen. So the best way to be a successful business and corporation, not just now, but into the future, is to become adaptable, okay? And to follow strategies that make it stronger and more resilient. And we're talking about today about three things, three strategies that will help any business, any corporation, and truly any institution or organization to thrive into the future. The first one is to become more sustainable. And when I say sustainable, I don't just mean to become greener, right? To become more prone to help the environment, to recycle and things like that, which many companies do as like a way to improve their image. But it's really like a greenwashing, they call it, just for that. They are not truly being stewards of the environment if we really see the whole policy of that corporation. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about maximizing and improving all the interactions that the corporation or the institution has. Typically in the United States, the laws mandate corporations to maximize investors' profits, shareholders' profits, okay? But that is just one dimension, one relationship of the corporation with investors. Because corporations have a lot more going on and many more interactions that they should be working on to improve. Take a look at this picture. We have suppliers, we have clients, and many other people that are involved in the success of this company. So organizations should attempt to make all those interactions the best that they can. And what happens then is like a spider web. Spider web is really strong because it has all these points of support. It's flexible, it's adaptable, and it's like supported by many different parts, right? And human relationships and corporations are the same. We have a lot of points of support. And when a person is going through a hard time, if he doesn't have a community of friends or a family, he's going to struggle a lot more. And corporations are the same. If you don't have like strong suppliers and employees that have loyalty and trust because you always take care of them, etc., that business, when the times are rough, is not going to have the same chances of survival, because businesses that do the opposite and they share more of a stakeholder economy, which means that they are taking care the best that they can of all the stakeholders in this big picture of things, they will be able to navigate through hard times a lot better. Because like I said, trust and loyalty are very important variables, okay, of any organization. So you want to maximize that. And how do you do it? Take a listen.
Adam Smith said, the best result comes from everyone in the group doing what's best for himself, right? That's what he said, that's right? Incomplete. Okay? Because the best result would come from everyone in the group doing what's best for himself and the group.
By seeking the common good, by seeking always the highest good for everyone, to see others as extensions of you, okay? Like friends, like extended family. And when you treat your employees the best that you can and share with them the success of the company, those employees are going to stay for the long run. And the same thing with suppliers. Instead of just trying to negotiate and get the absolute best deal, and maybe you have a lot of negotiating power because you're a big company, right? And they will be forced in a way to give you a good deal, but to their detriment. Those suppliers are not. You're taking advantage of them in a way. So give them a fair deal. something that meets the needs of everyone. It's always about meeting the needs of everyone. So this is how you accomplish being a sustainable business. That's number one. Number two is to redefine your concept of wealth. For example, countries typically measure their wealth in GDP, gross domestic product, but that is so short-sighted. Really, like the measurement of wealth of a country is how many sales and how many products and services are exchanged. This is what I call a revolving door economy. You could be like selling things all day, going in circles, okay, producing a lot of like movement in the economy, and actually not move forward that society, because you could be selling and buying like plastic junk all day. It's not about that. It's about producing the highest good for everyone, the highest and most positive impact, okay? Not just about selling anything, okay? So there are other variables that are important for a country, not just GDP. How about like longevity of the population? How about education? How about happiness? How about wellness in general of that population, right? That's wealth. Those are true resources. Energy, the creativity of people is a lot higher when they are healthy and they have longevity, which we can tap into the experience of those older people, etc. So truly measuring GDP only for the wealth of a country is very short-sighted. And the same thing goes with corporations. Most of them measure their success through looking at the number, the bottom line. But is that actually the best measure for those corporations? No. Again, we could be looking at the impact that these corporations have in society. This is more what is called a triple bottom line. What is your impact on the community? What is your impact on the environment? Is it positive? Is it negative? Because if it's positive, you're creating synergies everywhere. And that is always comes back to you. It's all synergy. When you look for the positive side of the other person, when you take care of your clients, when you take care of your community or your environment, the environment is going to come back to help you and support you. Okay. So we have to stop being revolving door economies, okay, and look for the highest and best use of our resources to have the most and most positive, highest and most positive impact. Okay. The money in a corporation is like oxygen. It's needed to survive, right? Like human beings, we need oxygen to survive, but it's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to have a positive impact, okay, in society. Which links to the third idea, which is to think in systems. Because all of us, okay, are part of something bigger. A person is part of a family. A family is part of a community, part of a town. And corporations are the same. Businesses, institutions, they are part of a bigger system. We are systems of systems. And that's why going back to the idea of the spider web is so important to treat every interaction in the ideal manner. So because we're a system of systems, we have to think also about what is the system above me trying to accomplish. And our role should be to cater to that, to support that action, that function, okay? So as an institution, for example, as an individual, and then we'll talk about institutions, if you are like the principal of a school, well, you don't have just your students. Maybe you can advocate for reformation and improvement of education standards in the city, right? We always are connected to something bigger, and we have to see that and support that. And corporations should be looking at what's happening in society. Are we really making a big impact, a positive impact? And if they are, guess what? Because you're part of that system, bigger system, the system, again, is going to come back to you. You are part of the system. It's like a tree that is helping other trees in the forest. Guess what? That's a more resilient forest. And the forest is going to take care of you. So there will be laws and there will be incentives for companies that do these things. And we should support those companies. Okay? So these are the ideas that the businesses of the future will need to really incorporate more and more. Why? Because they are nice? Because they are kind and positive and all those things? Yes. And also because they happen to be true. Okay? Gravity is a thing. So if you want to go against gravity, you're going to have a hard time. And the way the world works is just like I'm describing. There are systems in this world. And because we are in this together, we have to learn how to interact in a way that is positive for the system, whether you like it or not. It's like a cell in the body, a cell that just wants to do their thing. Sure, it might have a good time for a few days or months, but eventually that cell that starts to multiply and do other things at the expense of will suffer because the system will suffer. So we have to change our mindset. We have to see what is beyond ourselves, and we have to go past this individualistic mindset, the separated mindset. Okay, that I'm here, you're there. This can be done at the individual level, but it can also be done at the corporate, at the institutional level. So this is what I call, in a couple of words, the cooperation paradigm. Okay, it's a new mindset to see that we're part of another bigger system, and the best way to interact is to help the system, okay? To cooperate, to create synergies. And this creates abundance, and this creates freedom, okay? And many other things. So this is it. Thank you for being here today. My name is Guillermo Martin, and I am the founder of Cooperation Paradigm, a humble ambassador for cooperation. I hope to see you in the next. Take care.